You are watching Eric on Air. Please subscribe, sign up for notifications, comment, like, and share. Enjoy the show.
Knock that off, you two. It's time for church.
We're not going to church today.
What? You give me one good reason.
We're going to watch Eric on Air.
Okily-dokily-do.
A big thank you to the Flanders flock for that heavenly introduction. Welcome back to Eric on Air TV. Today we're going to take a look back at a fond childhood memory and the only piece of Japanese anime that I ever got into.
Hey, let's explore. Come on.
1982 is The Flying House, where a group of children and a 1980s robot end up traveling through time, limited to the chronological events of the Christian Bible's New Testament. The Flying House was an episodic Japanese anime and had 52 half-hour episodes that were broadcast on TV Tokyo from April of 1982 to March of 1983 by Japan's Tatsunoko Productions, directed by Masakazu Higuchi. The Flying House was also a companion piece to another Tatsunoko production, Superbook, the only other anime show that I ever got into. Superbook entailed a similar looking group of kids and robot, only they traveled through the Bible's Old Testament. Both The Flying House and Superbook were syndicated and translated into several languages and aired in several countries. Locally in the Chicago market, I recall watching them on TV 38 in the late 80s and early 90s, with other gems such as Davy and Goliath. Without further ado, let's jump into the theme song. You know, for a Christian show, that lady's dress is a tad bit short, don't you think?
We were having fun, playing hide and seek. Then a summer storm appeared. Corky got afraid when it started to rain.
They left Corky behind for dead. Really nice, guys.
Then we came upon a house. Should we go inside?
Should we go inside? Kids, anytime you see a strange house in the woods and you ask yourself, should I go inside? The answer is always no. These kids just broke into somebody's home. I think they are in some serious, desperate need of spiritual guidance. They are terrified of a staircase. Seriously, you got the stones to break into a house, yet you're scared of stairs, or bathmophobia. Whew. A fun 1980s robot enters, and all the fears just melt away. The robot malfunctioned, went berserk, and set off the time circuit, flux capacitor, doohickey thingamabob.
Come on and go with us. Lord, who knows where?
Lord knows where? I believe that may technically be using the Lord's name in vain.
It's so fun to fly through time in the flying house. Oh, it's great to fly in the flying house.
I imagine it would be great to fly in a flying house. I've yet to have the pleasure.
I just hope we get back home again.
I hope to get back home again too, but something tells me they're going to have to get through the entire New Testament before the professor figures it out. The theme song sets up the backstory, but let's get into a little more detail here. We will start after the B&E. That's short for breaking and entering.
What if this house belongs to an evil man?
Funny that the youngest one seems to have the most common sense. The fires of hell foreshadowing the fate for these kids if their wicked ways of B&Es and short dresses continue.
This is perfect. Excellent.
Oh, it was just a fireplace. But is danger on the other side of that door?
Welcome.
Huh?
They shouldn't be all that shocked. Most shows of this era had robots in them.
I am a robot.
You don't say.
They call me Sir.
A real robot. Oh, we're so glad to meet you, sir.
The robot's name was Sir, which was an interesting choice, showing some respect here in hopes that the robot won't overthrow his creator one day, as all robots tend to do eventually.
Theme.
Ha! You tickle me. Ha!
I didn't know robots were ticklish.
The professor also programmed the robot to be ticklish. Nice touch.
I think he's cute.
Of course, I made him that way.
He made him? I think the professor is trying to play God here. He may also be in need of some spiritual guidance.
Then this must be your house.
Or maybe he and the robot also broke in. What kind of neighborhood is this?
We came in to get out of the rain. Sorry.
Don't be silly. In fact, I am delighted to have someone to talk to after working so hard on my machine.
The professor seems harmless, the kids seem harmless, but if this were real life, both parties should have serious concerns. Oh well, let's all get acquainted. Hello, my name is Eric.
Oh, well, pleased to meet you. My name's Justin. I'm Angela Roberts. And I'm Courtney Roberts.
Humphrey Bumble at your service. Welcome to my palace.
Justin and I are the only ones smart enough to not reveal our last names.
Quite a storm we're having. It'll help with my experiment.
Right, but then I don't really know what kind of experiments you're up to.
A very profound observation, but if you'll come with me, I'll be very happy to show you what I'm up to.
Well,
You will like his laboratory. Come, follow me.
okay, come on, gang.
Once again, in the real world, this is some concerning and disturbing stuff.
This, my friends, is a time machine.
Time machine?
That is correct. This machine can transport to any place, to any time.
Actually, it's limited to the Bible's New Testament.
Professor Bumble spent all his money on this project. Only one problem. It doesn't work.
How would you like me to disconnect your power cell?
Ooh, Sir is throwing some shade at the professor.
Oh, I think you must be a very great scientist to have completed a time machine.
Hey, Angela Roberts, you have some brown stuff on your nose.
Well, would you all believe that it's almost completed?
What must be done to complete it?
Just a simple matter of power about to be solved. I said this storm would help. I intend to tap the greatest source of electricity.
This premise seems familiar.
1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!
Like something that may be in a feature film, say, 3 years after this point.
Did you rip that off? Of course.
I would say that you kids have a rare treat to witness this demonstration dreamed up by such a brilliant mind.
If you do not stop boasting, you'll miss the boat.
May I remind you that I'm the one in charge here? Get to your post.
Yes, master.
Switch on to full power.
Switch on.
Activate.
Activate. Now I know what power is. Solar ion robot. Solar ion robot strikes again.
What's with him?
See, what did I tell you? Eventually, all robots will turn on us.
Sir! What are you doing? I'm your master, remember?
Remember, when your time machine goes out, the best solution is to just bang on it.
Come on.
And now they're disintegrated.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything.
And thus, the biblical adventures begin.
Where the hell are they? The appropriate question is, where in the hell are they?
Naughty, naughty, Doc and Marty. We shouldn't use the word hell. You know, it's been a while since I saw the finale. I believe they tried to stop the execution of Christ. But much like the lessons learned in Terminator 3, it was all going to happen anyway, no matter what. Except in the Bible, it was part of a greater plan. Terminator films past T2 just had poor plots and poor storylines. And now, my verdict. Alright, I'm gonna give The Flying House 1 right appendage up. Reason why. Number 1, I love robots. 2, I also love time travel. 3, I've never been in a flying house, but I could imagine it would be a great time. Number 4, this show is a great, fun way to learn about the Bible's New Testament, if that is something that you're interested in doing. Number 5, obviously, The Flying House inspired the best trilogy ever in Back to the Future. I gave you some examples earlier, and you also have the time train. The time train is brilliant. It's a happy medium where you have the mobility of the DeLorean and the roominess of the flying house. Plus, Doc Brown also had an interest in the New Testament of the Bible as a time travel destination.
Oh, witness the birth of Christ?
Number 6, Professor Bumble had the wisdom to not deal with terrorists in building his time machine. So why not 2 right appendages up? I don't approve of breaking into houses or kids going into a stranger's laboratory. Those are just bad ideas. So that's why they only get 1 right appendage up. And now, my final thought. Whatever your religious beliefs or non-beliefs may be, The Flying House is a great adventure. And I have friends that are non-Christian that really enjoyed watching this show. And I hope today's episode didn't offend anyone. As a wannabe entertainer, the purpose of this show is to entertain, make you laugh, give you some piece of pop culture that, may be of value to you at a random trivia night somewhere. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, like, and share. This episode has ended. Go in peace.
Thank you for watching Eric on Air. If you liked the show, please make sure to like, subscribe, sign up for notifications, and share. Actually, please do this even if you didn't like the video. We could really use your support.